think they just want good artists. And that game is still around, so it's called Elevate if you want to look it up. But
Okay.
it's like a learning app, so it's like I don't really even like playing it, but it's really good. But it was a good experience. I learned a lot. I learned to be on a team, and it was really interesting to hear like everyone's different problems that they had to deal with, and how they had to solve them, and understanding these different aspects. And like I like when I do get a criticism, if they explain, what's wrong, and then like how you can fix it. That's so much better than just telling you like what's wrong. And like I feel like work taught me a lot, like how to like get to that place, like how to like take criticism, and how to massage who's ever has a problem into figuring out what they want out of you. I think I learned a lot of that, like at that job, because you're on a big team and everybody's got to work together. I don't know much about the promotional side. It was just it's art, but it was fun. And it's a mobile app, so it's not anything that big. But any team you're on, it's like
That always helps.
the same.
Otis, did you have anything?
Oh, that was for good.
Oh,
Fun.
sorry. Okay.
Hi, Dad.
I thought you were in games, weren't you?
No.
Here, you were in games.
Well, yeah, I got brought into NetherRealm. It was kind of a surprise. They just kind of sought me out because I was a guy in town who did boards, and they were doing this massive cinematics portion, this cutscenes of the game added up to something like an hour and a half worth of stuff at a time. And I don't know how long the actual cutscenes are if you add up that game together, but it was right up my alley because it was DC superheroes and evil Superman, all that jazz. But it was a huge learning curve because they wanted to make it like a film, like a movie. And I was coming in from animation, and particularly from the Warner Brothers people, they wanted it nuts and bolts like a TV animatic, which was what I was doing for Warner Brothers. The director at NetherRealm came from LA and came from film, and that's not what he wanted. So we kind of like went round and around in a little bit of frustration because I wasn't sure what he was trying to tell me, and he wasn't sure how to communicate it. And once we figured that out, everything was hunky-dory, But up to then, it was like, all right, this is a new relationship with a brand new company, and it's something that I thought was exactly what I was already doing, but it wasn't. So I had to think through all sorts of different considerations, partly, what rendering would do, how much expression you could get on the characters, etc. And they had an entirely different list of expectations. And it was so much fun. It was really interesting to see how much different it was than working in what I had done and what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, gaming's so tedious. Like, it's a lot of tweaking because your ship date is like so far out that it's like they'll still tweak the shit out of stuff, and it kind of makes you want to blow your brains out. But that's why I really like comics. It's like you have to get it done, and then every page might not be perfect, but sometimes that makes your work even more like energetic and cool. And I like that a lot better than tweak that.
I thought was the most interesting collision in the gaming, in the building of the cinematics portion of it was you've got the director who's trying to make like a narrative film experience, and you've got the team of guys who are extremely talented, but they're gamers, and they want to build a game. And their sense of where a camera should be, and what should happen, and what constitutes character is from that. And so you had a whole lot of not friction, but it was just like trying to get this game experience to connect with the story, or what constitutes story within a game experience. And I'm going, okay, this isn't story from what I would think of as story. Yeah.
Next question, over here.
Thank you.
I was curious if you guys have any resources you recommend for voiceover artists in relation to animation and the gaming industry.
All I know is my boyfriend's worked at Blizzard for almost 10 years. He's actually done some voiceover, but it's only the mumble stuff. Most of the larger companies, they work with SAG, actually. It's like a very small group of people.
Nolan North, and that's about it.
I would just recommend talking to some people who do it to see
That's
They have
awesome.
Did you,
Yeah.
there's a documentary that's on Netflix.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I watched that. It's hard for me to see the people's faces. I wanted to watch it like this. But I thought maybe at the end of credits there might be where all those people are affiliated. Because
Come together, yeah.
though we did Voices for Security Godmother, they were Canadian voices because it was made in Canada, and I got to help choose, but I didn't have to be the person that found the agency or anything.
Right. The thing that I would recommend is from the people I've talked to in voice acting is communicating with them on Twitter, and also there's a lot of mentorship programs that actually like with actors, improv groups, and kind of work with them, kind of learn from what their experiences are and try to like translate it into what will help you.
Trying to think about it more to do-it-yourself type of way, and this might help other artists that might be out in the audience, because people are doing little animations